white sandals. They were beautiful. A king and his queen come home to our castle. That was our first day in our new house. It was over 100 years old, and Dad said it had started out quite small. He pointed out the 2 original rooms, seed rooms, he said, that had sprouted out in all directions. Narrow back stairs had gone up to a sleeping loft. Then they added the rest of the first floor and real bedrooms on the second floor, and probably discovered those narrow stairs just wouldn't do for a family with beds and bureaus, things that needed to go up, so they added the stairs in the front. The master bedroom on the first floor and the finished attic on the third had been done at the same time, he said, pointing out the similarities in paneling and windows, things totally boring to me. I had my own room. That was interesting. And I could pick out the paint I wanted. Within reason, Mother had added warningly when they told us we could decorate our rooms ourselves. We all had individual rooms. Mine would be pale, cool green, with cream-colored woodwork and curtains. I had 3 windows. One overlooked the woods to the north, and 2 opened to the wooded hill out back. Brian's room was next to mine, and Amy's was across the hall, next to a mammoth bathroom, and the wide stairs to the living room, and the narrow ones up to the attic, which Kevin wanted. Dad said the partitions up there were temporary, easily removed, probably put in for servants back in the 20s. He knew about things like that. He was a structural steel stress engineer. Until we got beds and the movers brought the rest of our furniture, we slept in our sleeping bags on the floor in our own rooms. The first night, I lay looking out an uncurtained window, listening to the sounds of the countryside, most of them unidentifiable, crickets and tree frogs, deer in the woods, raccoons. I didn't know what all I was hearing. That night they were just noises. The sky was black, not the milky haze I had grown used to. The stars were sharper than I had known they could be, and the wind smelled so unfamiliar it might have been a completely different combination of gases. I was wide awake, too excited to sleep, too aware of all the strangeness, too intent on listening for something that didn't happen. Car noise, or a siren, or a plane overhead, doors slamming, people yelling, things I had grown used to hearing throughout the night. It was June. For the rest of the summer, Mother had said, we would finish out the house, make curtains, buy furniture, paint, and we would all have to have bicycles and register for school in the fall. Another new school. I had gone to 4 different schools in 4 different states, and now number 5. But this time, I would stay, get to know other kids, make friends, go on to high school with kids I knew. I had left my door open a little. It came open more, and Brian crept in.
"Liz, can I sleep in here with you?"
he whispered. He was dragging his sleeping bag.
"What's the matter?" "Nothing. It's scary, isn't it?"
"No, it's great. You can stay in here, but you have to go to the bathroom first."
"It's scary,"
he said again, spreading out his sleeping bag as close to mine as he could.
"It's haunted. I can hear footsteps."
"No, you can't. Go on to the bathroom, the light's on." In spite of himself, when he came back from the bathroom, he couldn't stay awake very long, but I couldn't go to sleep. I was too happy to sleep, overwhelmed by joy. I thought of how Mother had danced in the high grass, and I wanted to go out and dance like that under the stars. Dad had told us houses got stiff and creaked and groaned before they settled down for the night. I listened to our house creak and groan, a board easing itself back into place, a stair-step adjusting its position, a wall relaxing just a little. And I was filled with love for the old building. Where Brian had heard ghostly footsteps,